Welcome, everyone. Welcome to SWE Magazine Live. I have an incredible guest that has graced the pages of the magazine itself. She is also a rebel, and that's another reason I love her. We got to know each other because I read her book. I'm going to bring her up from the green room. Hi, sister. How are you?
I'm great. How about you?
Good, good, good. I just want to welcome everyone to the magazine and that you've graced the pages of the magazine. I want to have you on the show today. Um, and I love, love, love this article title. It's all about being a rebel. Can you tell me a little bit about why you named your brand, why you're leading with the rebel component around it?
Because if you understood where I live, it's very important that the women here, let's just say I come from a very conservative part of the country. And so a lot of the women here have just been basically raised to be quiet and complacent and to, do what's expected
Sure,
and do what they think they're supposed to do,
sure,
whether they're happy at that or not.
sure.
And because of that, things have changed here to the point where now some of those ladies that are my age or older suddenly find themselves alone, widowed, divorced. They have no jobs because some of the industries around here have closed, and they don't know how to step out and support themselves or start a business or even create a community, make friends. They're completely lost. And to me, that was heartbreaking when I saw so many of them struggling. And so I decided that we needed to do something. We needed to create this group to teach these women that it's okay to be yourself.
I love that. And I love this quote of yours. Your dreams are your compass. They guide you towards your purpose and passion. I love that. I love it that you refer to our dreams as our compass. I think that's very clever, and it's also a good reminder, isn't it?
It is. I mean, if you don't have something to dream about, if you don't have a hope or a goal or something to look forward to, what's the point?
I totally agree. And you also share in your article in the SW magazine, which is the game changer issue. You share about how you firmly believe that dreams are the seeds of greatness. You encourage everyone to dream big regardless of their circumstances. So, where did you get the courage to share that and to do that on your own, sister?
Well, I am fortunate. I come from a long line of strong women, so I was raised that way. I am very lucky. My grandmother on my father's side came over from Czechoslovakia and raised 15 kids on her own.
Oh, wow.
My grandmother on my mother's side is Scotch German, so you kind of know what that means. It's
Yes.
just inherent.
Yes, we do. We do know what that means. Yeah, so you come from a strong family background, and that legacy's really helped you to, like, have that inner courage to step up, and then now what I love is you're helping other women to do the same. Not just in your own backyard, but, like, across the United States, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's growing bigger every day. I love the fact that so many women are beginning to relate to the fact that being a rebel it used to be a kind of a negative
Yeah.
term, and it's not so much anymore. People are beginning to understand that, and they're beginning to reach out and understanding that being a rebel can be a positive thing.
Yeah, I love that, and also too, I'm also a big fan of this quote here. "When you build genuine connections, you're building an empire." That is the truth, sister. That is the truth. Right? You know, you yourself, we connected a few years back, and we stayed connected the whole entire time because we emotionally connected, and we're very like-minded.
That was one of the reasons why I wanted to start the group, so that women knew that there were other women out there like them, to create that group, that connection, that that sisterhood, if you will. I mean, I've been fortunate. I've always had that, and I can't count how many times it has been so helpful. If it wasn't for my women friends when my mom died, when I had to move my dad out here, it was my lady friends that stepped up and helped prop me up through all of that. And a lot of women don't have that. So I'm trying to give them a place where they can create those connections and build that support network while they're working to step out on their own and build something of their own.
Well, the other reason I love your article is because you share three empire building secrets. And so let's share them with the marketplace now. The first one is all about forge authentic bonds. Imagine an empire as a network of bridges. So I'm a huge I believe in a little black book. I do. I don't care if we're all digital now. I believe that there is a little black book, digital, little black book, and I truly believe in it. What about you, sister?
Oh, I don't know how I'd survive without my network. So
Right?
many women nowadays, I've noticed. I worked for a long time in the nonprofits community, and I was a actually professional Girl Scout. I call myself, but I worked for the Girl Scout Council here, and I would host this big event out at the camp. And I remember the older women coming out for the entire weekend so that we could just get together and do Girl Scout stuff that we used to do when we were little scouts, like, sing around the campfire and make
Oh
s'mores.
my God.
And the younger women, they didn't want any of that. They don't seem to get that anymore, or they didn't back then. I'm seeing it come back now. I'm seeing it more and more where women are beginning to understand the value of friendship and the need to have that support network of other women. So I'm
Yeah,
hoping that's changing for the positive, but it's so crucial.
it really is. I agree 1,000%. I want to move into your second spilling the tea strategy here, and it is um, shatter expectations. Empires aren't built by conforming to norms. They rise from the rubble of stereotypes. Yeah, I agree. So really being a rebel is also getting away from being a follower, is what I'm taking from this.
Right. You've got to step out and take the lead on something if you really want to get there, and don't be afraid to do it. I know people will sometimes try to tell you to stay in your lane, stay in your place, whatever. But
Yeah.
if you're really good at something, step out there and take the lead on it. I have raised my children that way. In fact, I actually had one of their teachers call me one day and tell me that my daughter always wanted to be in charge, and I'm sitting here like, what's wrong with that?
Right.
They had a problem with it.
Yeah, yeah. So you're encouraging us to do that. Let's look at what your third spill the tea strategy is here. Ignite your inner flame. Every empire has to have a spark igniting it relentlessly for the fires to fuel progress. So how do you continue to ignite your inner flame, sister?
Oh my gosh, that's so many different ways you can do that. But right now, like my thing right now is I just look around me at all the women needing help. Whenever I get discouraged, I just look around at all the women who are who are stepping up and stepping out on their own. I've got two right now that I'm just so proud of
Oh,
because they've gone from being very quiet and very shy to starting businesses. And
yeah.
I'm watching them online and I'm watching them posting for the first time. And some of their stuff is not the best, but they don't care. They
Yes,
just
they
don't
just
care.
go
They're
for it.
doing it.
What you did yesterday
So
doesn't
excited.
matter. It's what you do today, right? Yeah,
That's
don't
exactly
get
it.
caught up in all that perfectionist. That actually is just keeping us small, right? Just be open to failing. Just fail and fail and fail and fail and fail. And when you make peace with that, this whole arena is so much easier, so much easier. That's my 2 cents for sure. I love that you have another book coming out. You are not a fraud. I think that title is genius. I love it. I love it. I love it. I cannot wait until it drops. I so appreciate you joining me today for the SW Magazine Live and for sharing Are You Wisdom in the magazine and beyond here on the show itself, sister. I really appreciate you.
I love that we've connected and I appreciate all you're doing for the women out there.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm going to drop you down in the green room, sister. Isn't she cool? She's very cool. And her next book, how cool is that title? Get to know her. She'll reach right back. I'll put all her contact and everything down here in the copy and beyond. And so you can just click and connect. Until next time, make sure to join me for another SWE Magazine live show. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I appreciate you. Bye bye, everyone.